Hey, what's up, all you stars and studs? It's the 10th wonder of the world, Jake Smith.
Some people call me stupid, but most people call me the dad bod demigod. My name's Joey Mayberry.
And Joey, guess what? We're not alone. We're not alone. This is a first too. There is some lady energy going on today on the podcast, which is so funny because all we do is talk about women on this. But we are joined by Alex Lajas.
Lajas.
I gave them a Spanish lesson before.
You guys may know her as Queen of the Ring. And Alex, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh my God, I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here. Jake, I had so much fun with you on my podcast. Just gonna play it.
Yes, you gotta.
I love a little hair flip that came with that.
A little hair flip. It wasn't.
Alex's show
planned.
is so fun though. Like, if you guys haven't checked it out though, if you like our content, you'll love hers. It's just like unhinged amazingness. So
and I have to get Joey on. So
let's do it.
Joey would
it's
love
the networking for me.
Network. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so excited for all these crazy wrestling network people to just ascend onto Los Angeles next week.
Oh my goodness. So
oh my gosh.
Chris Riddle sends a text message earlier to our group chat, and it was like, so on Friday at WrestleMania, this person wants to go out. And I'm just like, okay, cool. This is gonna get trouble.
I'm thinking Friday we get a group together to go to like WeHo and just gay it up. So
yes,
yeah.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to bring 2 suitcases. Thank God.
Yes.
For
Wait, is Drag Race still gonna be on? You think we can find like a bar that does like a watch?
100%.
Guarantee you. I'll ask my friend Mike. He is a homosexual who lives in Los Angeles, so he would know where.
He knows.
He knows one of the entire population of Los Angeles. I'm sure there's somewhere there that has it. If not, we'll just make someone put it on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If we can't go to West Hollywood and find RuPaul's Drag Race, something's wrong. Like everything I know about life is wrong.
We have entered another dimension if we can't find gay in West Hollywood.
We're just gonna like break into like Lisa Vanderpump's restaurant and be like, put on the TV.
Oh my God. I've heard the mess of the Vanderpump stuff. I don't know anything of it. I need to get into it.
Ooh. Okay, so like Vanderpump's not my favorite show, but the drama right now with that is like insane. Like it is all like someone cheated on someone, Joey. So like,
I have no clue.
Yeah,
but like, I don't know either.
But like,
I only know what's on TikTok. You know, like that's the only thing I know is what's on TikTok. It's on my FYP, and I'm like, this is not for me, but I guess it is.
See, I told you, Joey, the algorithm's messed up.
It's so messed up. Like TikTok, not a fan at the moment.
Yeah,
that's if you got to put more content about Vanderpump Rules apparently. So I
don't even have time to watch the back of my eylids and sleep most of the time, let alone more television.
I'll send you some clip notes. But guys. Don't worry, this is not the Vanderpump Rules podcast.
Thank God I'm unprepared.
This is the Golden Era podcast. And each week, Joey and I rewatch our favorite moments of the women's division week after week. And this week, Alex joined in on the fun.
I want to correct you on something there.
What?
You said our favorites. Some of these are our favorites. No. We're watching all of it.
Some of it's our favorites. Some of it is pure shit.
Choices.
Moments in time. So, things remembered. So, but this week, guys, we are talking about. Oh, hold on, I moved that paper too soon. The week of July 21st, 2003. Oh my God, I have 8 pages of notes for this episode, guys. I hate it. So,
oh no, you do your homework. Oh
no. The best is like when my husband like comes to the room when I'm watching these things. I just like love it because he's like caught up via passing by, and like he like walks in while Torrie's like, "I'll sleep with you," like and he's like, "What the fuck?" Because he watched things for normal people growing up. So all right, guys. Well, we're kicking things off on Raw. Eric Bischoff is in the ring. He is complaining about Stone Cold's negligence and arrogance. And Linda McMahon comes out to not her music.
It was not her music. And I was so sad by it.
Me too. It was like the B-side of the Space Jam album or something. Like
not the B-side. But also,
God.
Just to like try to remember what. So they're mad at Stone Cold because Stone Cold brought back Kane.
He told Kane like, you have to take your mask off or something like that, and that Kane went crazy. So like now everyone's kind of blaming Stone Cold because Kane's beating people up. Like
also this is like newly unmasked Kane, so it's like not like we could have kept the mask
it's
on.
Just like it's like it's bad.
I'd like to keep it on, please.
Even now these days.
Oh, he's got to keep it on more than ever these days.
He's got to keep it in the trash is what he needs to do. Because listen, when it was Kane with the mask and like the one arm out, like Torrie era.
Yes.
Slutty tank top nipple Kane.
Yeah. It was doing things, but now it's like go in the bin.
This is awful. This is like Kane's bad makeup tutorial era where he's just got like black shit smeared all over his face and stuff, and it's just like a weird. I think his hair is cut at this point, but you can still see like the shaved baldness line. So like it's just like it's a mess. They even had it on the figurines.
Contacts.
Yeah. He's like doing like IQB commercials one day. Like
oh my God.
Wow.
So
what was the one commercial from the early 2000s where it's like, do you have astigmatism?
Yes!
And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get that.
I remember this.
It was like a twin, wasn't it? She was a twin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I have astigmatism. It's like you're gonna be blind by 30.
Okay. So I literally went to the optometrist today, and she said a phrase to me. She was like, "Your stigmatism looks good," and I was like, "What does that mean?"
Did you know you had that?
Well, I knew I had it, but I was like, she's like, "It looks good," and I was like, "Thanks. I tried it. I just got it this morning." Like, what?
Thanks, I grew it myself.
Eye problems are like a common trend on this podcast too. Like Alex, like one time I literally went to the ER a few months ago because I couldn't open my eye. And they're like, you're wearing your contacts way too much. I was like, thanks. All right. So Linda McMahon is out there, guys, and she cuts off Eric Bischoff. Eric, I need you to listen up because I'm going to say this one time. Eric, Stone Cold is not responsible for Kane's actions. Kane. And then she just like pauses for like a minute. And then she's like, although for some reason JR has not being pressed charges for being set on fire and horribly scarred and disfigured. That's a lawsuit. Immediately file that. Kane has to undergo psychiatric evaluation and house arrest, but Kane's allowed to come to work. So no.
Okay, I don't know why my brain is exactly like this, but you were talking about JR not suing, and I just pictured JR like with his burned arm, just like putting barbecue sauce on it.
That's the hot stuff. This is a mismarketing opportunity for him.
It is. It was slobber knocking on his door.
Oh my God! He's adding that to his new cookbook.
that cookbook, life-changing. I'll never forget the page with like China laying upside down spread eagle. China's guacamole dip. Amazing.
Oh my God.
So, why does it need to be called guacamole dip?
I don't
Guacamole is a dip.
Also, I just need to point out, I am literally wearing the same outfit that Linda McMahon is wearing. If you're watching this on YouTube, fashion icon Linda McMahon. I'm literally wearing the same WrestleMania song. Oh my god! Amazing. I get up from the chair and everyone's cheering.
Yes,
it's just my dog barking at me for his dinner.
Dead. Done.
So Linda's like, you know, Kate, Stone Cold comes out and, you know, he's like saying something. And Linda's like, well, you can't beat up the WWE superstars. And if you can't stop doing that, you won't be general manager. And Eric Bischoff's like, you hear that? It's over. And Linda's like, unless he's provoked. So,
which the crowd erupted for some reason.
They're like, more violence in the workplace.
Oh.
Well, I mean, that makes it. They did come to see violence, so
yeah, that's fair.
That's true.
Very fair.
Also, for my thirsty moment of the week, I will say Stone Cold shorts this Monday Night Raw.
Thank
I was
you.
like,
I get it.
Like, who wears short shorts?
When
like,
he was
truly.
like going to exit the ring, it was like, oh.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna talk too much more about it. Just saying that I saw Stone Cold and I zoomed in on the rattlesnake. So like,
that's okay. I'll talk more about it. So Stone Cold, his rattlesnake is just to die for. Especially 96 Stone Cold, where he's wearing like the gold hoop earring and he's got, like, the gold chain.
Yes.
Oh my god. I could die for that rattlesnake. Anyway.
The shirt, like where his arms turn into rattlesnakes, should have had like a third one just coming up from the middle.
Also, just like stepping on out in his "fuck fear" t-shirt.
I forgot about. Oh my god. But anyway, so Stone Cold's like, so I can't beat the crap out of Kane, then I lose my job. And Linda's like, yes, if you have to step down, I will have no choice but to make Eric Bischoff the sole person in charge. And she gives Stone Cold a week to think about it, and she tells him to take the night off. And Bischoff's like, yeah, I'm gonna start singing. And Linda's like, you know what, Eric? I think you should take the night off too. I don't think your services are required. So then Stone Cold like grabs a beer, and everyone's like, ooh, is he gonna stun Linda? Nope, just toast her, but the beer goes flying all over her outfit.
She also took the tiniest sip of beer I've ever seen in my life.
But she's a wine gal. Like,
I get that, but
box wine gal. That's what it is.
Do you have any friends? Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't how much she drank, but the fact that she kind of just drank it like communion or something. Like,
wait. Speaking of communion, okay, I just need to bring this up.
Speaking of communion.
Wait, you guys, hold on.
It's a thing.
I took a picture of it. My husband came home last night with like a bunch of communion wafers. Why?
Oh,
I was like, where did these come from? He's like, my coworker bought them as a joke. I was like, of what?
Okay. I was a Catholic schoolgirl, so that's triggering.
I did give one to my dog though, so he's blessed. The body of Christ. He was like one of those weird tongue people at church though, so he was like,
oh my god.
So anyway, right, so guys,
funny you mention weird tongue people at church because I saw things on the news today. No, I'm kidding.
So a rattlesnake. So guys, Trish Stratus is out for tag team action. Can't get over the snakeskin outfit. Still love it. So much glitter. I love it.
It looks so good.
And Gail Kim went to the seamstress this week. She's got a new outfit. It's baby blue.
It kind of made me think of her later outfits when she came back for SmackDown.
I get that. Yeah, definitely more of that color scheme vibe.
Yeah,
definitely. Also, like, sorry to interrupt, but also Gail Kim's theme song
Yes.
It's a bop.
It's so good.
Yeah.
How do you wait? So so we have done some renditions on it. Can you do your own rendition of it for us?
Please go for it.
Okay, so here's my rendition. Ready?
That is perfect. Like we have not figured out like what the actual words are to it. It's like I think it's like
I think it's actually my windshield is fog, so I can't really see.
What?
My windshield is fog, so I can't really see. So I open up the door.
You just know there's a part that's like, I've got a secret in this body, I'm a show. But like, I know the song's called International Woman, but I don't hear those words in there anywhere. And I feel like they were just like, well, she's Asian, so by default she is international. So that is the name.
You know, that is something I will give to TNA. Is remember all their theme songs? Like whatever
so good.
It was called, it was in the song. Like it was the song.
Like
if she had
just puppets on a string.
Like if they would have told her theme was International Woman and it was in TNA, that song would have been International Woman.
She's international. She's going to Gate A, the international departure. She's not like, checking a bag.
at least like Gail Kim has lyrics, whereas Molly Holly is like
don't even start. I love Molly Holly's theme song.
I love it too.
It should have words, though. I agree. I feel everyone's theme should have words. I just feel like it's lazy and generic. But like, I knew who Molly was because I only cared about the women. But like when she came out. But like, if you ask like someone who doesn't pay attention to the women, I guarantee you they wouldn't know that's Molly's music.
Yeah,
you know.
No.
They might think it's a commercial for Stargate because it was the theme song for Stargate.
And Molly's partner is Victoria, and she has a theme people know too, but it's dubbed over on the network. So
don't get me started.
Who cares about her theme tonight? Because the gear Victoria was rocking was so lit, fire.
It was so good, and I loved her hair like this too.
Yeah. Like Victoria. First of all, I will always love Tattoo, so it is criminal. Yes. That they got rid of that theme song. That's
unacceptable.
One. But two, Victoria, like the gear was gearing this week. Her hair looks amazing. But what I also like about her gear, like up here in the collar, it looks like bat wings.
Ooh. Yeah.
I love it. She went from Spencer's and came to the arena. That's what she did.
I was nerding out because it was giving me very like, what is her name from like Power Rangers Lost Galaxy? Like she's the bug lady.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, is like the Power Rangers where it's like she's in the submarine?
No, not Diva Talks.
Not Diva Talks.
I know, okay.
I know, but we love Diva Talks here. I forgot her name, but I know exactly.
I keep wanting to say Astronema, but that's not it. I don't think that's it.
No, is it? Is it not? It could be.
Some
Power Rangers fanatic is gonna harass us in the DMs and be like, "You didn't know that Queen Puna's like name, like or whatever." Like,
no,
I don't know. That was the first one I thought of.
Puna.
I don't know where Puna came from. So, all right. So Queen Puna is not in this match, but we have Gail and Molly starting things out. We saw some cute double team moves from Gail and Trish in here. Like that love-a-friendly face combo. And you know, Molly, though, for me, was the shining star of this match.
She was definitely the workhorse of this match. Like, 100, like, did Victoria really even do much in this match to really think about it?
She did. Her leg drop was the real memorable thing for me, which I feel like we haven't seen from her in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Molly wrestled the majority of this match, and she looked really powerful in this match. I feel like this was one of her best showing. Well, I mean, she had a great showing against Trish a few weeks ago, but like,
I mean, she had a great showing last week against Gail.
Yeah, but she really dominated. Victoria and Trish did have a few spots in here, but even Victoria didn't get the upper hand. Like she went for the spider's web, and Trish countered that into that head scissors takedown, which was
so nice,
so gorgeous. And Gail gets the hot tag. She comes in, and this is the match I think I was waiting for. So I know I've mentioned it on the show before, but I was like, I remember people being like, oh, Gail would botch a lot when she first came in. And I was like, when? Because her matches have been really great thus far. And this was the match.
You know what? Honestly, I think what really also hurt her in this match was the fact that Trish did that head scissors out of that spider's web. So all the really cool moves that Gail was really known for were one-upped by what Trish did, because Gail was kind of clunking up her moves, and that she just didn't get any favors in this match tonight.
Trish honestly made Gail look like an amateur, teaming with her. And it sucks because Gail's so good, and she didn't really botch too much in this match. It was just that one move, which I can see tripping that up. My ass would be on the floor. So
I think the thing that's just hard to do is as soon as she fell off that rope, that crowd kind of ate her for it, and I felt bad.
Yeah. So they were. It was they were waiting for it,
Yeah.
Do you think that it was just a bad night for her, or would you say that maybe Trish and Gail just there wasn't enough chemistry that night between them?
I think I want to say it was just an off night, because the thing is, we've seen Gail have nice matches with Victoria. We've seen her have nice matches with Molly. I think the Trish stuff, maybe that did trip her up, because this was really her first tag match with another woman.
Maybe, or you never really know what's going into a match when it's being called in the back. Who knows how long that she knew that match was happening? Maybe it got changed, things like that. Everyone's going to have an off night every now and again. I just felt really bad because the crowd was real hot for that match.
Yeah.
That little slip up.
You could hear them oh.
And you kind of felt them kind of turn on her a little bit.
Do you think, part of me kind of thinks maybe she was nervous because I feel her top probably wasn't on all the way, because they have that spot where it gets ripped off, and I'm wondering if she was worried about her spot, her top, and paying attention to that when she went up for the move, and distracted. I don't know. I mean, I don't understand why they needed to do that part.
I mean, it could be a distraction. It's also just a difficult thing to do. Sometimes your foot slips.
Yeah, I get it. So, later in the match, it turns into chaos by the end of this thing. Literally, there was something happening every 5 seconds. After Gail trips, Molly they tries to come back, and she goes up to the top rope for her move. And then she's just sitting on the top. Trish runs in, does the stratosphere, while Gail is getting her top ripped off by Victoria.
Yeah.
What? I was where'd that come from?
I guess it was the theme of the week, because we're going to talk about so many more tops being ripped off this week.
Topless.
Listen, I would watch that and I'd be like, wow, I like this. And that was I should have known there that I was bi, but I didn't. I was just it's not weirding me out. I don't think it's weird. I like it. I don't know what I'm seeing right now, but I really enjoy this. Why? And then 18 years later, I was like, oh, you're gay.
See,
gay Kim.
People with reverse effect, where the top gets ripped off, and we're like, oh, that's such a cute top.
The top okay? Oh my god! Oh, God, there was embellishment on that. So
it was bedazzled.
She folded up for her. So Jan, come fix this.
Oh my god!
Yes, girl, play that reveal.
So Gail is pissed off, her boobs are now exposed and spears Victoria pretty hard.
Yeah.
And Molly goes to clothesline Trish. Trish goes into the Matrish. And then Gail does a little boop to Molly. And Trish comes up and goes for a chick kick, but Molly moves and Gail gets knocked out. And Trish is just like, oh no. And Molly capitalizes and pins Gail to win the match. And it's just chaos.
It is.
It was so it kind of sets up what's going to come in a few weeks, but Gail loses because of Trish, and then Victoria and Molly are going up the ramp.
Victoria's welcome to Raw, Gail. Welcome to Raw. She's been here, girl.
And is she where you been? So
been on heat.
So yeah, this is Gail's first loss since debuting, and yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks though too, because I feel such a spotlight was on her and such a microscope was on her. We're putting the belt on you so quick, and I feel just that one slip up is the downfall of her.
Hopefully not. Let's give it a minute, see what's going to happen next, because I don't remember. So.
Yeah. So Torrie is backstage, maybe being filmed on a GoPro because this camera was wobbly. And she's just like, guys, Kane is entering the building. The police are bringing him in. Okay, so he's right here. And then Kane is coming in with all these shackles and all these men.
Can I just say, I loved Torrie for that, because during Survivor Series 2002, it was the Elimination Chamber. She's like, I'm here backstage right now, Shawn Michaels, and she goes up to Shawn Michaels, and this is shitty brown pants Shawn Michaels, and like Rihanna umbrella bob haircut Shawn Michaels, right? And so she's like, Shawn Michaels, how do you feel about the match or whatever? And he's like, how do I feel? Little lady. I will always remember him going little lady. And so whenever I see Torrie, I just think of that. But that was she was so good as a backstage correspondent in that, and in action backstage correspondent, right? She was we got to get to the action. Oh my gosh, this is what's going on, and Torrie was so good. Also, Torrie for the Hall of Fame.
We agree. Yeah.
This has been said many a time on this show.
This is the best. It's the best role I feel she's ever done.
Kane.
I'd really rather just interview. So anyway, so we love Torrie. We love her. Love that you stand her as well. Welcome to the club. The right state of mind. So guys, Test is wrestling Scott Steiner. I'm sorry, Test is wrestling Booker T. Scott Steiner comes out with a steel chair. I'm just seeing Test and Steiner every week. So Steiner unfolds the chair and he's just like, chair goes here. And sits down and calls out Stacy. So Stacy comes out. She's got a little red skirt on, a black top, and then she's feeling up Scott Steiner, and she's like, "Oh, so veiny," and puts her leg over his shoulder, and then she dances in front of him. And honestly, I really do want a tearaway skirt.
Just in everyone.
Yes, I was just the way it rips off, and I have to say, I'm so gay, but her ass looked amazing.
I mean, she's Stacy Keibler.
Stacy Keibler. Hopefully future Hall of Famer.
Wait, weren't you at the Access where they had her,
her ass mold? Yeah.
That's one fun fact that I love about you. Is that you were there for that.
Listen, if she gets inducted this year, all I'm saying is they better have that ass mold again at Access.
They better have it. You know it's in the WWE warehouse.
It's gotta be.
You just know that
if it's collecting dust, I will take it. So
there's no way it's going to be revealed if she even gets inducted, though. Because they are just trying to scrub everything they have done wrong. Did y'all watch the Trish and Lita Rivals A&E special?
I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it yet. Did they
Okay. I'm not gonna. Okay. They totally cleaned it up, and it was Lita came back And then now it was time for her to get a new lease on Trish Stratus because Trish Stratus is now bad and she antagonized.
Wait, they didn't even like talk about like the pregnancy stuff?
None of the pregnancy, none of the like why she was calling Lita fat. Like you can really tell they were looking for specific lines of dialogue that they could say and put on camera.
They edit it so it's like not even Lita's wedding. Like Trish just comes out. I decided to wear white tonight on Raw. Like,
all of that is gone. They made it look like they were
what?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing that like I don't know how you guys feel, but that's the thing that like I don't like. Like we get it, but it was a different time.
Yeah.
Like I think include that, but also hold yourself accountable. And
Absolutely.
especially with those documentaries, that's where you should do it, right?
Yeah.
Are they okay?
Is everyone well?
I have no idea what just happened from the other room of my house.
I think they're also
it sounds
just
like someone's watching. Yeah, it sounds like someone's watching sports. Yay, sports.
I don't think so. It's a room of drag performers.
Oh, okay. So they're watching The Masked Singer.
Yeah.
Got it.
Amazing.
Who's the pineapple this week?
So.
Oh, fuck.
Oh God, that made me congested.
You're welcome.
So, who's the pineapple? So Stacy's bending over, and waving at Tess, and this causes Tess to get mad, and he loses his match. I mean, you know what? Like, I get it. I'm okay with it. I love Stacy, so I don't even care.
It's fine.
It was fun. I love Stacy, and it was a good like fuck you test, and I am all about that. So
they've been fighting for 3-4 months now.
What if this feud was like still?
Oh, really?
Oh wait, never mind. It wouldn't. So, but yeah. Oh, so bad. All right, so guys, Kane. Raw's ending. Kane's going crazy. He's just beating up RVD and all the officials, and he like shoves them all out of the way. And Linda, stupid, is on the stage, like, and she's just like, I don't really know what I was gonna do in this situation. Like, Kane comes up to Linda, and she's just like, shit in her depends. She is freaking out. And Kane just like grabs her. He's like, no one can stop me from unleashing my horrific political opinions. And he like yells at Linda, and he's gonna chokeslam her. King comes over, and he's just like, no, my opinions are worse. And like he pushes him away. And then Kane picks up Linda and tombstones her on the Raw stage.
Loved it. I still remember this from being a kid. My thing that I saw when she was like just on the stage and like laying there, was she bleeding?
Okay, you saw that too. There was like a red mark behind her ear or something.
I was wondering if it was like an earring or if she was actually bleeding because I couldn't tell.
I don't know what happened. Maybe an earring she was wearing cut her. Because like I'm trying to think how she could have like got that, if she was supposed to maybe like have a blood packet or something when she got tombstoned. I don't know.
Maybe
so I don't know.
Maybe Vince was like, you better bleed.
Damn it, bleed. So like
exactly.
So
but also, can we have like a fashion police moment of like who wore it best? Because literally, like, we are wearing this.
Alex, I'm gonna give it. You're gonna have to bleed a little bit though.
I took a fork to my head.
There's nothing like having to gig for a fashion shoot.
So, all right, guys. All right. So that's Raw for this week. Chaos, crazy, amazing. And now we're gonna go over to SmackDown.
SmackDown.
I love that. Was that the extras theme?
Yes.
Yes. Maria Menounos here.
Please not Maria Menounos. Menounos.
Wait,
person that I've ever...
what are you doing?
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong here. Maria Menounos is a odd person, solely because she's the only person I've ever seen, period, that has so much charisma, but also no charisma at all.
You're spot on.
Wow, like that is the best way to put Maria Menounos, because she, like, I don't know if you were there, Joey, for Royal Rumble 2018, but Jake, you were there.
I wasn't there, but I saw.
But like live, like it just seemed like she was having fun and she was happy to be there, just to see her like off camera or whatever, in the arena. And then it's like, oh, great. Like, Maria, that's cool. Then she comes out and she's the ring announcer for the Royal Rumble. And it's like, okay, yeah, cool. And then she's on the mic and she's like, and here's your entrant, number 1. And it's like, Maria, like, you couldn't practice. What's going on?
She doesn't know.
This is your next one. Like, oh my god, Jesus. Sorry to all the headphone users there, but
they're used to it. They're bleeding. So
you gotta bleed, damn it.
But that is spot on about Maria, though. Like, she really is that person. I also feel like she like haunts my life. Like, I always I'll be like getting ready and like I'll just like have like on like the regular TV and they'll be like, and Maria Menounos is here today. Maria, what's new? I have a brain tumor. Like always something. She did a few years ago. She's fine now, and but she's either talking about her health scares or talking about her dad, talking about being Greek. Like, it's just like something.
But like, shout out to the WrestleMania Greek year though. Like, that year was really cute. I will give her that.
Yeah,
I had high hopes for her in that match too, to be honest, and I shouldn't have. But like, I was just like, I was actually like hyped for that match. I was like all about like Eve Torres being a bitch at that time, and like I was like, I love Beth, and I was just like, this is gonna be fun. Maria Menounos, like, I guess I was like still on such a high, and this is really not the best comparison, but like I was such a high on like Snooki at the year before. I was like, celebrities at WrestleMania can be fun. So like I was like that. It was like, oh.
Yeah, but you were like deep into Jersey Shore though, so you were biased.
Very deep into Jersey Shore. Very deep into it.
So. Okay, just gonna say, that the bar's not high when the bar is Snooki.
She's a short woman. So all right. So we're on SmackDown, and I don't know what the hell is going on in this episode, but Stephanie McMahon comes out. And I feel like she borrowed her wardrobe from Stacy for this night, because she's wearing like a black tank top and the shortest of skirts, and I'm into it. And she's like, well, it's been a tough week. My mom's in the hospital.
But I'm not going to think about it because you people deserve a show.
Like, she's trauma dumping before trauma dumping.
And she's like, guys, my dad's not here. And you know what, guys? I'm going to treat Sable like the bitch she is. Yeah.
Oh.
And then John Cena comes out, and Stephanie's like, why are you here? So Cena, this is like Cena, like when everything he said was like rhyming and rapping, sort of. He's just like, yo, I'm sorry to interrupt, Steph. I had a dream about you last night. You had me standing at attention. I can't wait to see you catfight. I wrote this whole thing out. Sorry, I lost my concentration. I was looking at your targets. I've never heard boobs called targets.
I have.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I guess, I'm also not exposed to boobs, so might be it.
Well,
this,
when you
this
own
is
them,
really
you hear them all.
This is gonna put my Target trips in perspective. So Target ran and done. So
you're gonna walk by the bra section like, oh, there's the Targets in Target.
So he was like, and I have vengeance. Hopefully I'll find out if the curtain matches the carpets. What?
Why? Why would you find that out?
Okay, but let's be real. Vince McMahon was in the writing room.
Oh, yeah.
They wrote this.
Let's talk about her pubes. So I'll be glued to the boob tube.
Oh,
no, you got squashed Sable completely. You made all 5 of my girlfriends jealous. Each one of them wants to beat me. like Tina.
And Stephanie's just like smiling ear to ear.
She's like, "Thank you for saying this to your boss. Like, you and Sable fighting is good for my health. Something about you makes me want to touch myself.
Oh,
look, yeah. That's okay. Here's $20. Please rip Sable's top off. I got a little fetish with nipples. Okay, I'll definitely get my rocks off. Sable's just a hoe. You're a diva with class. Nobody's watching us.
You're in the middle of an arena.
So why don't you let me smack that ass? So Stephanie is like, you serious about that, John? Hell yeah. You want to put your money where your mouth is? Oh, you serious? I dare you. And then like Stephanie turns around and she's like shaking her ass and he slaps. I was like, ah!
Just so everybody knows, her father is backstage controlling the show.
Yeah.
And probably wrote this segment. This is the same man who wanted to do a kissing pregnant whatever storyline. Just so that we're all aware. Yeah.
If you've listened to this show in the last month, you're aware. I don't know if you remember this segment, Alex, but we just talked about a segment a few weeks ago where Stephanie confesses that her father made her, when she was 17, sleep with other businessmen and made deals for it in a promo.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah, he did stepdad.
Yeah, I did that.
So the Macho Man theory is not off.
No.
Do you know about that? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Even in the Vengeance promo, we'll get to later. Like there's a line where she's like, "I did what I had to do." Like, and I'm like, but Stephanie, Stephanie is turning up the sex appeal. I'm into it. It's not weird. You're not into it? I love sexy stuff.
I don't. You're the authority figure, but you're now in this. I don't know. It blurs like authority figure lines.
Stephanie has always been a blurred line. Like, it's like, is she a sexy diva? Is she an authority figure? What do we want her to be?
See, if this would have been like sexy Stephanie era and she was like still accompanying Triple H to the ring or something like that, totally valid. But I'm like, you're the general manager. Like, they're not going to make, Eric Bischoff go out there and do like all this sexy stuff. And they're not writing that kind of stuff for him. But because she's a female in the company, I feel like they're making her do that and really appeal to this, especially being on SmackDown, which over-sexualizes all of their women hardcore.
Yeah.
Like, I guess like right now, maybe just because she's like in this feud with Sable, and Sable's thing is sex. So like they're trying to make her like equally sexy.
But why does she need to be?
She doesn't.
She doesn't. I just think that in terms of like the male gaze that was writing the show, that's what they thought she needed to do. And that's exactly what I was going to say. Because Sable, like when you think of Sable, you think of sex. You think about the handprints on like the boobs, like you think about Playboy, but you don't think about that with Stephanie McMahon. But the parallels between this version of Stephanie McMahon compared to like early 2000s when she was the, champion with Triple H, like she was so, I wouldn't say green, but she was just not a fresh TV figure as supposed in 2003, right?
Sure.
So like she's a little bit more established. But I also agree where it's like you are a little bit more established and you're like the general manager. You're an authority or not general manager, but she's an authority figure. So it's like she should almost be the right to censor vibe.
Yeah.
Feud,
like put the targets away.
Well, it just kind of like unbalances kind of what the character I think she was going for in this storyline, because she is this like, I run this show, and then my dad, who's fucked with me my entire life, is now here and giving me this assistant that he's sleeping with, and she's like, for lack of a better term, the skank in the storyline. And like, I'm going after her and it's like, now for her to be kind of trying to sex it up diminishes the fact that she's started out trying to be just a legitimate general manager. And I think it could have really been like, okay, this woman's an evil, vindictive witch who's going after my father and going after my job versus me who's trying to defend myself, you know? And I feel like I'm kind of losing that now at this point.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Maybe it's a way of being like, Stephanie's losing it. Like, it's because Stephanie is definitely becoming more unhinged.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But like, I don't know if like sex addict stuff is like, I don't know. Like,
here's the thing. If that's going to be the thing, I don't want to have to interpret that. Like, beat me over the head with it and make that the storyline.
Yeah. Right. So after Stephanie has her ass slapped, Sable's music hits, but she's on the Titantron. I feel like this was like really pre-recorded just because the timing was weird. Like, she's like, damn, Stephanie, I always knew you like to be smacked around, but I didn't know that won't compare to the beating I gave you last week. Did I beat you so badly that you forgot? Let's take a look. And they show like the clip of the food fight from last week up until Stephanie asked Sable if she wants some food. They cut that part off.
You want some food?
Want some food? So like, and Stephanie's like, wow, Sable, what happened to the rest of that? Did you conveniently edit out the part where I beat you down and security had to pull me off? Well, that's nothing like what happened to your poor mother on Monday. I know this has to be hard on you and your father, but you take care of your mother because I'll be taking special care of your daddy. And Stephanie's about to say something, but like Sable goes immediately into her next line. Like, it's just like, what did you say? Like, nothing. She didn't get the line out. Like,
right. They couldn't pause like the pre-recorded.
like freeze frame it. Like,
you maybe could have for the amount that they needed because Sable doesn't move that much.
No, she does a few.
Yeah, she's just like, like catch her in a moment where she's like this, but it looks like she's paying attention.
Yeah,
you know, a little bit. Her eyes maybe like, you know, because she's in the middle of blinking, but you can catch it. You can do it. So was this? I saw a backstage segment actually on Instagram this morning with Stephanie McMahon and it's Vince McMahon and Sable. And Vince McMahon brings Stephanie in and is like, this is your new assistant. And in that, did that already happen?
Yes. That was like the beginning of this whole saga.
Very interesting.
Where Sable was like lying on the desk.
Yeah, she's lying on the desk and she like, first of all, hot as shit lying on the desk. I will say that.
Yeah.
But like Stephanie is like, are you kidding me? Why would you bring her in? Did you forget that she tried to sue the WWE because of sexual harassment? And I was like, oh. And it's like the fact that Vince McMahon is like, water off a duck's back, no problem. That was before, this is now. And it's like, cut to 2023.
Yeah. Like, no wonder Sable wants nothing to do with them anymore. Like, she's like, I'll let my husband take your money, and that's it. Like I'm done with you fucks.
It's interesting, like that backstage segment and going into this feud, into Vengeance, like a lot of foreshadowing, but I mean, also like Stephanie made points weirdly. Like
she did. Yeah. Like, to be honest, like we were shocked they even addressed that. I was like, so anyway, Sable's like, well, Stephanie, you know where I am. Sable, you know I'm back here. You want a piece of Sable? You come get some. And Stephanie's like, come get some? Huh. And like storms up the ramp and she's like all mad. And she's like opening random doors backstage, like, and then she turns around the corner and she sees a blonde woman in all black, automatically thinks it's Sable, and she's like, I'll come get some. And Torrie just turns around and she's like, hey.
I also like Stephanie's punch pose.
Yeah. She's like, ugh. But then she realizes it's Torrie, and then she's like, sorry, Torrie. Like, She apologized. Yeah. And when I watched that, I was like, oh, wow, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
Like, she apologized. So and then she's going to go whip Sable's ass.
Yes. Sorry, Torrie. Sable!
Sable! Oh, my God. It's so freaking funny.
So good. So Sable's just, like, waiting in the parking lot. No offense, Sable. Like, your dumb ass should be in the car hiding if you're, like, trying to get out of there. She's, like, standing in the parking lot. And she hears, come get some? I'll come get some, Sable. And I just love the shot of like Sable like, like does like a double take and like hauls ass in her heels towards the limo. Stephanie catches up. Boom, like bonks Sable's head on the limo.
Yeah.
And like it's just like a cat bite under the hood. And like Sable's like skirt rides up so her ass is hanging out, and Stephanie's just like screaming, I'll take care of you! I'll take care of you!
You want some food?
You want some food? And like
she's so caring in everything she does. You want some food?
Are you
I'll
hungry?
Take care of you.
So she like throws Sable around and like pulls on Sable's dress and rips off her shirt, and there's just like a black sensor bar over Sable's boobs. Sable slams the door shut. Stephanie just starts pulling on the handle. She's like, let me in! Let me in! Let me in! Like her hair, like.
But she is her, like, that is like, she is Vince McMahon's daughter. Like,
oh, yeah. There it is.
She acts just like him. She has the same mannerisms. She yells just like him, too. But, like, Stephanie was so good back then. I think that she is an underrated figure in that division at that time. Like the acting on top.
Yes.
It was so good. She really like told a story very well. And like she channeled a lot of emotions where I was just like, oh wow, Stephanie, like you're really good in terms of like on the mic. Yeah. Maybe not so much in the ring, but like on the mic, you're really good. So it was nice to see the progression of where it is now.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like Stephanie is going to invest in a storyline with any of the women. She's going to put 100% into it. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a Stephanie feud that I was disappointed with. Even Ronda. So like, like, like
Ronda paid all. Like Stephanie gets a chance. Like she goes for it and she plans the match. It's always pretty good.
Yeah. So
or not, she's gonna get cut off that will.
Right. so Stephanie like just like
you're gonna bleed.
You're gonna bleed. She's like, and she grabs like a lead pipe conveniently lying around.
And it's just like she knew exactly where the lead pipe was.
She's like, and like grabs it, and she's about to smash the window. And she's like, ah! And Vince McMahon comes out of nowhere. He's like, what the hell are you doing? She's like, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be taking care of Mom. He's like, you know what? You should only be focusing on your match with Sable, or you'll end up incapacitated, just like your mother.
Jesus Christ.
Like, dear God, you're gonna bleed behind your ear like Mom. Like, you're gonna wear a tan pantsuit. Like, you're gonna wear a tan pantsuit.
Listen, the tan pantsuit is in theme. It's in season. Okay. Shout out to H&M. All right.
I don't want to see any more
H&M. So somebody just like throws the pipe on the ground and is just like, ah! like so enraged, so angry. I love this Stephanie. I'd be so excited for their match. I'm so excited for Sable and her. So, all right. So Jamie Noble is now in the ring, and he's like rattling off prices to sleep with Torrie. He's like, how about $75? Should I say $150? Like, Torrie, what do you want? And Billy Gunn and Torrie come out. Love Torrie's look tonight. I think she did a photo shoot in this outfit. It's like a black mesh top and like black jeans. It's a great simple look, and I love it. Sometimes, especially with Torrie, I feel like less is more.
It was like if Lizzie McGuire was like, I'm gonna try to go goth for a day.
But however, I do feel like what she wore at Vengeance is like Lizzie McGuire dressing up. So, hey now.
This is what dreams are made of.
Gabrielle,
I've got somewhere I can go. All right. Anyway,
sing for me, Paolo.
Do you remember when she's like, when she goes up to the sound people and she's like, turn off the mics? And he's like, what? And she goes, turn off the mics.
I will never forget like the CGI like green screen shot of her like from behind like.
The way I thought that was real until a few years ago.
It's still real.
It's still real to me, damn it.
It's still real to me, damn it.
She performed where the Romans played. All right, so anyway, so all right, so Billy and Torrie are out there. Torrie's like cheering on Billy, and like there's a point where like they get outside the ring and Torrie runs over and Noble like comes towards her with like his tongue out. He's like, like and like chases her around the ring. They end up and Torrie like runs into the ropes. Like when they chases her in the ring, she's just like rope. Like just like brush. So and Gunn catches him and wins, and Torrie's so happy. And Jamie Noble's just like, he grabs like, he's like, I want a rematch. I know I can beat you, and I'm better than you in every way there is. And Torrie, I'm especially better in bed. Torrie grabs the microphone. She's like, let me talk. I have a proposition for you, Jamie Noble. I'm so confident in Billy's abilities, all of them, that if you beat Billy at Vengeance, I'll sleep with you.
I'll sleep with you.
Right here on SmackDown. On the TV show. SmackDown. On SmackDown.
Live sex celebration.
So Torrie's just like, and Billy Gunn's like, why did you do that? And she's like, what? You'll be like, so yeah.
I believe in you, babe.
Yeah,
okay.
Listen, Jamie Noble reminds me, there are the girls that get this. Jamie Noble reminds me of the guy that would come up to you and ask where his hug is.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you know about that? Yeah. Where like creepy guys will be like, where's my hug? And I'm like, I don't even know your first name.
There's still gay men like that.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, where's my hug? And I'm like, oh, no, you're a creep.
No.
And then it turns out they're a creep. So that's what Jamie Noble reminds me of in this feud.
Very much that. That's a great comparison. Oh, see, that's the perspective we needed. So like
you're welcome.
Yeah, so
send the check. I'm kidding.
Someone mentioned a check.
Well, guys, it's time for
check,
some velocity. So
where literally nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Shaniqua's there.
Shaniqua's out there with the Bashams. They're still trying to figure out this entrance. So they're like, this week I'll put my leg. All right, okay, guys, I'll put my leg on you. All right, and you guys lick it. Okay, great. Good. This is kinky, right? Yeah. Okay. So
you put your right hand here, you put your left hand there, you put your right leg out.
We love Shaniqua. We're just struggling with the Bashams. I still really haven't figured out what to do yet with this. She's trying to incorporate new things. Doug, I think, is getting it a little bit. Danny, like last week, was just like, I'll smell you. Like that's
well,
kinky.
I think that's also the thing in Tough Enough. They should have taught it's like they got the in-ring work fine, right? Yeah. Because she won Tough Enough, right? Yeah. The thing is that they should have taught them a little bit more about the presence that you have to carry when you're walking to the ring. Yeah. Because it's very different compared to like in the ring. In the ring, you have to be in the moment, but there's a different like I guess aura that you have to carry when you're going out to the ring and making an entrance the way that she was. I think if they would have trained them every tough enough winner, really. If they would have trained them a little bit more in that department, I think a lot of the tough enough winners would have excelled in this era.
Yeah.
But that's why we have the Performance Center today.
Right. Well, and that's why we have said on this podcast multiple times, we think like Nidia is probably the best tough enough winner because she took that year and like didn't debut on TV. Like Jackie and Linda were initially on TV right away, and it was a train wreck. It was bad.
I will say though, I think Nidia is the best female tough enough winner. If I had to be like, who was the best tough enough winner, it's John Morrison.
Really?
He's so good. Like as
Johnny Tough Enough.
Johnny Tough Enough. Johnny not.
I don't know. I think Nidia is the best ever. I also just like that would require watching men's wrestling. So I
mean, listen. To be fair, Maven had that Undertaker moment. So
yeah, I loved
Maven. Yeah.
No last name. Just Maven.
No last name.
I mean, he still look good.
Listen, like he's on my list of men I'd actually go meet. Like, so like at a convention.
That's a very, 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 very short list. That is a very, very short list.
There's like 2 names on it. Like, so anyway, so it's like him, Evan Born for Porn. So anyway, so Shaniqua's out there, the Bashams are wrestling Brian Kendrick and Funaki. They do a point where Kendrick falls to the outside and Shaniqua was like, go back in, get him, come on! And
Make him pay!
So the Bashams win, and Shaniqua's little celebration, she's like, good job! And she like gives like Doug a little whip, and that's, I do think though, and this triggered a memory, the first studded belt I bought was because I saw the Bashams wearing them.
My first studded belt was because I saw Avril Lavigne wearing it.
Fuck yeah.
That's mine. There we go.
Yeah. This is the era of it. So
yeah. So all right, guys. So it's time for vengeance.
Vengeance.
Your since we always like cover what the like shitty like pretending we're straight music was for this pay-per-view, it was Price to Play by Stained. So
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
It's the butt dad rock is what it is.
Yeah. So,
I might put that phrase in my back pocket.
I like that. I was hoping it'd be something by WWE's favorite band, Limp Bizkit or Saliva. So,
I would even take Korn if they're around.
Oh, fuck
yeah. I would.
African Lish.
Oh my God. Can we do Korn for karaoke?
It's happening.
Hold on. I have no doubt. Imagine if a lifetime achievement thing for Korn.
Please.
At the VMAs. They would have that little Cone kid, like, it's Cone. He would.
It's Cone. Jonathan Davis comes out. Hey, thanks, man.
It's Cone.
Okay. All right. So anyway, so they have like a little video package. And I'm only mentioning this because they usually don't include the women in these. But they have Stephanie in it, and she's just like, ever since I was a little girl. Like it's just like, knowing it's gonna stop me, blah blah, and then like Vince interrupts it, and it's like crazy and unhinged, and he's like, Sable will help me regain control. Like, so
make my Sable grow.
The part that did make me laugh though, and that's just because like we love unhinged Vince. He's like, take your freak friend Gimp with you. What? Psychotic. So,
how does he know that?
So, how does he know that? Very true. So
I thought Gimp was Shaniqua's friend.
Oh. That's Peg. So,
you sure it's not the same
for Vince? So Vince is backstage with a huge bouquet of 1-800 flowers, and Stephanie McMahon comes in, and she's got like the shirt, like when you don't have your own shirt, you wear the pay-per-view shirt. So she's wearing like the vengeance.
Oh no!
Oh, so sad. So,
it's like an oversized. It's Triple H's shirt, is what it is.
It's like a bed shirt. Like,
she's like she's about to go to the gym.
She does.
I just got back from curves. So,
Pilates. Weight Watchers. It would have been back then for real. But her hair looks gorgeous.
This is the best her hair has looked with the bangs, I think.
Yeah.
Like, great.
And the bangs have been a rough era.
The bangs have been a rough era. She's not every week has been a home run.
The bangs was like giving Courtney Cox in Scream 3. Like the bangs just were not good at all.
No, see, you say Scream 3. I'm thinking more like Mrs. McMahon teaches third period. Like,
all right, kids. Who knows the answer? Raise your hand.
Oh my God.
Okay. So anyway, so Vince he's like, Steph, Dad. And he's like, even Vince smells the roses on occasion. And you've got a match tonight that you put me in. And I've got a match tonight that you put yourself in. And he's like, well, Kane brutalized Linda on Raw. And she's like, don't talk to me about Mom's condition. You said you wanted me incapacitated like her. And Vince is like, well, if it makes you feel better, I got you some flowers. And Steph's like, they're nice. And he's like, oh, don't get the wrong idea. These are for Sable. I got you these flowers, and gives her like these like shitty like gas station flowers.
Yeah, I've seen flowers at the gas station. They look better than whatever those were.
Yeah, that was sad.
They almost looked crafted.
They're wood. Yeah. And she's like, oh wow. And she throws them on the ground. She's pissed. So then we get a video package for the Jamie Noble and Torrie Wilson Indecent Proposal Match.
This got a video package.
I was surprised. I was into the Mortal Kombat knockoff music in it though. Like, I'll sleep with you.
Fatality.
Shiva. Sonia. But
Johnny Cage wins.
Flawless victory. So Torrie.
Let's pull it back into our universe.
So Torrie, flawless. So Torrie comes out with Billy, and I have to say, I hate this look so much. I'm sorry.
That pink does not.
No,
that is not her color.
It's not. But here's the thing: she thinks it is. Like, I remember when she was on Project Runway, and she's like, "Pink is my color," and I'm like, "It's not." There's so many. I think baby blue is her color. I love her in a baby blue.
A pastel pink is her color.
Yes, not this. And then it's got like the pinstripe pants. It's very. What was that New York and Company? Was it New York and Company? Like. It was like, it sold like professional clothes.
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
New York and Company.
Yeah, it's like giving me like
Those
New York
pants.
and Company. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I remember like I used to go shopping with my girlfriends in college and I'd be like, don't wear this on an interview. So like,
I thought you were going to say your girlfriends. Like,
oh,
I was
no. Like my girls.
Yeah. No. You said that and I was like,
no, all the girls with the guys in the back.
One of these things do not belong.
No. If like, yeah, no. Also, like, if they were like considering you like a boyfriend and a girlfriend situation, and they were taking me, like, no, your boyfriend does not go with you to New York and Company, honey.
Your boyfriend sits outside at the mall near the Cinnabon when you're in New York and Company.
But we'll sit there, and for some reason, when you come out of the store, not have you a Cinnabon.
Yeah, I know, right? Not even Auntie Anne's.
Oh, I love an Auntie Anne. Oh. One time I ate 2 Cinnabon and I really had heart palpitations. Like, I couldn't breathe. Like, it was like the most painful experience of my life.
Oh my God.
All right.
When I just eat.
Me when I just eat. So Torrie's in this outfit, and her hair is up. It's really, I don't know, I just expected more. But I still love Torrie. So Noble comes out without Nidia, and he's got a microphone, and he's like, Torrie Wilson, I hope you're ready, girl, because I know I am. This here, my little love case with all my sex oils, all my sex toys, and everything else I'll need to make a naughty old night next Thursday. So,
my lord.
I was waiting for like a butt plug to be used in the match or something. Like,
would have been into it.
Right? Well, I mean, especially like Mr. Ass, like, come on. Where are these writers? So,
I'm an ass man.
So Gunn is so offended by sex oils that he runs out of the ring at Jamie Noble. And they're wrestling. Nidia comes out in the middle of the match. I have to say, I mean, she's got the mink coat up. I love Nidia's cute little outfit. I love a red striped shirt. Love a little jean short. I just love Nidia. And it's got
the jacket, the like mink jacket.
Yeah. This is like she's got money, honey, and she's like it's July, so whatever.
The genuine imitation mink. We love it.
The tough enough check was cashed.
So Nidia comes down to the match, and like Billy Gunn is pinned at one point, and Nidia puts Billy Gunn's foot on the rope, and she's like, "Oh, right there." So Noble's like, "What you did?" And he comes out of the ring and gets in her face, and Torrie decides to come over, and she like whips Jamie Noble around. She goes to slap him. He blocks it and plants a big old Noble lip lock on her.
It was anything but Noble.
And like Torrie's like pissed and shoves him away. Nidia slaps him. Torrie slaps him, and then like Billy Gunn comes back. Then it just gets chaotic. Torrie tries to trip Jamie Noble, and he grabs her and like undoes her like big like bun nest on her head. And, like,
I mean, it wasn't looking good to begin with.
It was not. I just like died when they showed her. I was like, oh god. And this like Billy Gunn gets shoved into Torrie, and she's like, ah! But like they're like, okay, don't worry, we're fine. But Billy Gunn gets rolled up, and Jamie Noble wins. The camera shows Torrie, and she literally goes, "Oh shit."
What else can you say in that moment?
Right. Are you so confident in Billy's abilities? All of them? So
his abilities.
So Torrie is going to have to sleep with Jamie Noble on SmackDown.
Matt Hardy.
So Nidia storms off pissed. Torrie looks more distraught than she did at the Al Wilson funeral. Like she's like, what am I gonna do?
She looks a mess.
Oh my god, it's like
disheveled.
The hair is a mess. The pinstripe pants, like it's just like all so bad.
It was like already a mess when she walked out. But
double the mess, double the fun.
So Jamie Noble's just like, you're my girl now. But yeah, so Torrie's gonna have to sleep with Jamie Noble this Thursday on SmackDown. So stay tuned for that one. So now, guys, it's time for the cat fight, no count out match with Stephanie McMahon taking on Sable. Stephanie, you know, she's got like a little black one-piece outfit on, some cleavage. I like the like little like leathery embellishment kind of like on the edges of it. That was cute.
Also the boots. It looked like she was like zebra print or something.
Yeah. I feel like Stephanie honestly usually comes through with gear, I feel like. Like I'm rarely disappointed with a lot of her like ring outfits.
Yeah, and then like they stay kind of basic, at least up until like the most recent years. Like recent years, she's like went all out.
She's just like every material on it. Like
every little bedazzled little stud. Let me borrow some studs from Triple H, from your leather jackets and stuff, your DX leather jackets.
We're really into Mad Max right now.
Like her gear was basic, but it didn't look like create a character, you know?
Right? I mean? Yeah. It did its job.
Also, this match got moving graphics.
Yeah.
Like, we love. But I also love the fact that, like, when Stephanie came out, she comes out in the ring and she has her two, like, hands up and she's just like that. Oh! But it looks like she's so used to, like, putting a belt up that she doesn't know what to do with her hands when she gets in. So she's just like,
that was very like Paul. That was creator wrestler. Like,
yeah. That was like a special one, taunt
one. And Sable comes out. And fun fact, so like since Sable's only other match was just like a tag match that she didn't tag in for since returning, this is her first match since 1999, which is wild.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I don't think Sable, I feel like when she came back, she probably negotiated something where she didn't have to wrestle that much. We know she's not a fan of it. So, but
she was like, you better pay up.
Yeah, pay up.
You want me to take a bump? Okay, that's $1 million, honey.
That's a pay-per-view only. So she comes out. I want to say she's probably wearing like a one-piece thing that like, and then like black leather shorts on the bottom.
Oh, very much. That.
Yeah. It looked like the top was like a one-piece, like a bikini or something, and then she wore shorts, and then to like make it as if it was two different pieces, she just threw on a belt.
Yeah.
You know?
So definitely very that. I want to say this was like her outfit in one of the video games too, but I'm not positive.
It was very much her silhouette.
Yeah.
It was her silhouette as well. And like the cheeks were out.
Oh yeah. Cheeks were there, clapping. So this match is brutal. Like Stephanie runs out of the ring immediately and starts like literally dragging Sable down the ramp. Like throws her in the ring, ass out already. And like Sable's trying to get away. She like runs through the crowd. Stephanie like drags her right back in immediately. There's like clotheslines at ringside. I just like Stephanie screams too, like when Sable gets the upper hand. She's like, I
hate to say it, but she got that from her dad.
Yeah. So not Linda, they're motionless. Like
yeah, you're not wrong on that
one. So Sable like gets the upper hand again, and she mocks her. You want a piece of me? Well, you got it.
I love that.
that was like some like movie shit right there. Like I feel like that would be like in a movie fight, because then she like grabs Sable's feet and like whips her out of the corner onto her back. So good. And that I really loved when Sable, and this I've seen this like GIF so many times. Like Sable does like the grind over like Stephanie, like, and it's so good.
Yeah,
love it.
It's like the equivalent of getting teabagged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
it is.
So like so Sable gets in the ref's face and she's like, were you looking? Like, and then like that Stephanie tries to get a roll up. Sable comes back with kicks. It was nice though. I will say I did enjoy that we got to see Sable like do some kicks and stuff. Like there wasn't much like athletic stuff from Sable in this match, but like I've always enjoyed her kick repertoire.
Yeah, she does have some nice, like, especially those side kicks in the midsection. They look nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I remember, like, kicks were, like, a big thing when she, like, started wrestling in 98, 99, like, because she would wear the kick pads. So, so like, Sable, like, it's funny, though, too, though, because you can really hear them, like, audibly calling, like, what they're supposed to do next in the match, I feel like, too. Like, I heard a lot of, like, oh, no, you're gonna do this now. Okay. What's wrong with you, Steph? So, but yeah, just really crazy. But then when Stephanie gets the upper hand, I actually think Sable got hit because like she throws Stephanie into the corner. Sable runs at her and Stephanie elbows her in the face. It was, I actually like went,
wow.
Like,
it's a nice looking elbow.
Yeah, it was, you know, and then that hair toss on Sable across the ring.
Woo, yeah, it was good. I don't know. Something about this match just had me a little bit like, I liked the intensity at the beginning. And then as it continued, I was like, I think this just needs to be a little bit shorter for me to be like really into it.
I agree. I feel like it could have been shorter. The thing is, I love the intensity. The thing is, Sable just, I love Sable. I do. I really do as a character. But I feel like she wasn't bringing the same intensity Stephanie was bringing. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, she was not at all.
So I think that's why it just felt, the intensity felt very one-sided.
Yeah, and it would have been so much more interesting if it was just maybe a little bit shorter. Because here's probably why I didn't like Sable when I was a kid, was just like when she's in the ring, it's not that entertaining because she doesn't do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
She's not a wrestler. Like,
she's not.
You know, like, and it's just, but like, I will say though, Stephanie, I feel like tried her hardest. She had some nice moves. I enjoyed her neck snap.
The neck snap was good.
I think she still does that, right? Like, or she has done it well. I know she did it in her match with Brie, but like, I mean, like in the Once in a Blue Moon, she wrestles. But like, yeah, like, well, she really starts getting to Sable. And then it gets to a point where she tries to rip Sable's top off. And Sable like runs away. And then the referee gets in the middle of it and like he's like, no, don't. And he like takes his shirt off to give to Sable, which I thought was weird. They're like, oh, that's nice. And I'm like, no.
Like doing the final count shirtless.
Yeah. Like, I was like, how come no one did this for Gail on Raw? Like,
I know.
Yeah. Like, I was like, what? Like, tits out for you, targets out. Like, so then like, as like the referee's distracted with this, a train runs in the middle of the ring and just flattens Stephanie.
Bodied her. Like, I was like, oh my God. Like she owed him money the way that he hit her.
He's just like, wall of fur, like, and just like don't hate it. A little jealous of Steph. Like, so.
And here's where wrestling gets dumb for me, because the ref who saw that she was still standing when he went to go take his shirt off and give it to Sable, all of a sudden turns around to see that Stephanie is unconscious.
Well, maybe she had an allergic reaction to something. The material. A train. So she's out cold. Yeah, like I don't. Yeah, they didn't really. Yeah. So anyway, well, Sable crawls over, like still like trying to cover her boobs, like, and pins Stephanie, and wins. Sable wins the match. So like, yeah, Sable leaves, but then like after the match, like they have all these referees come down and like help Stephanie up, and they're like, everyone's like giving her a standing ovation and stuff like that. Like, she's a hard worker. Like yeah,
I mean,
so I didn't hate it.
Just get killed.
I agree. I didn't hate it, to be honest. I feel like it's so rare, especially at this time, that we're seeing women get any sort of acknowledgement for their matches. Like, you know, so like I'm okay with it. And it was, to be honest, for what it was, I really do think Stephanie worked her ass off in this match. I was still entertained by it, but like, I wish I could have seen that from Sable.
Yeah, it just, again, I think they could have trimmed a little bit of it and it would have made it a much better match, I think, just because Sable is kind of like a hurdle you have to work through in a match at this point, because she doesn't really... Like, she doesn't wrestle that much, and then she's wrestling somebody who's equally pretty inexperienced as well as Stephanie. So I just don't think it was like the best match I've ever seen, but like Stephanie showed a lot in this.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree too, because it's also, how funny is it that in the year of 2003 we're complaining that a women's match was too long?
Yeah.
You know, that's funny. But I agree with you, Joey, because in this match, like, the beginning, like going into it, the feud and everything, you would expect that this match would be a little shorter. Yeah. And even with the result, like we could have got there with Sable with her top, loose and the girls loose, and then the referee shirtless and everything. Like I feel like we could have gotten to point A and point B in a faster way than what was happening in between. But the fascinating thing that was happening in between is how brutal Stephanie McMahon is. And again, like we were saying before, her commitment to the business, right? Yeah. Like her commitment to selling a feud, and her commitment to being so, I mean, probably this is at the time the most athletic or something that Sable has been, at least, taking spears and everything. But you can see that Stephanie was dedicated to performing and putting on a decent match, at least with Sable. And Sable just was like, I'm here to be eye candy. Let's be real. Let me get my check and I'll be out my way, So I think she was a hurdle to get through with this match. But I mean, props to Stephanie, though, I think this match showed how, again, her commitment to everything, but especially, I think with this match, it shows Stephanie did try, because back then when she was the champion with Triple H, it was almost like, oh, okay, she has people to help her at least. But in this instance, she's alone, so she had that in her the whole time.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's definitely showing how Stephanie has really worked on her craft. And I feel like not even just Sable, I feel like this is probably the most athletic we've really seen Stephanie thus far too, because every other match she's kind of been in to this point, it's just a few spots here and there. She's very protected because it's a tag match. Is this her? Well, no, she's had a few with Lita and stuff like that. But even those were quickie matches for the most part,
Yeah, and it's not this match, I don't like it, but it's not Stephanie's fault in the slightest. No. I'll compare this movie to the entire Twilight franchise. Half of that cast did a really good job, but it doesn't make up for the other half of the cast that doesn't know what acting is.
Who's the worst person in Twilight, do you think? Who does the worst job?
I mean, when you have a line like, where have you been, Loca? I mean...
You don't think
Bella, where have you been, Loca?
Bella.
I think the worst one is Jacob. No, not Jacob. Who is it? What's his name? Jasper.
Edward?
I think Jasper sucks. I think he's the worst character for me. I was just he's so boring.
I'm so sorry. It's Kristen Stewart for me.
Oh, I will say I have really enjoyed everything I've watched Kristen Stewart in the last couple of years. I will, even the Charlie's Angels thing.
So, but just like that movie, your skin is soft. Your skin is cold.
Yeah, I think that she was just I'm done. Because she was really good in the Panic Room.
Yeah,
I loved her in the Panic Room.
I think it was just it's Twilight,
yeah.
I won't lie. I went to go see it for Kellen Lutz, so I also went to the midnight showing, and my best friend and I wore disguises because the news was there. Because she was reading the books. She's like, Jake, I've been reading these books. I was like, what are they? And she's like, it's a vampire romance story. I'm like, oh. So she's like, well, you go with me to the midnight showing, and I was like, the news is here. So we put on hoodies and sunglasses and we're hiding. I was like, fuck. So
but
oh my God.
let's at least admit the only good, best, amazing thing to ever happen to come out of Twilight was Decode by Paramore.
I love that song.
Such a good song.
I honestly really like that whole first movie soundtrack. I really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, movie had a great soundtrack.
Supermassive black hole. That baseball scene, I'll never.
Oh, you couldn't even do it. I was gonna say say he couldn't even do it because his pants were so tight.
But no
I was
lie.
saying you couldn't do that because your pants were so tight.
I have very big thighs.
Well, like her leg was like at a 90-degree angle.
I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's how I want to learn if I ever had to play sports for any reason. That's what I'd want to do. So, great. Okay, great, amazing. So, what a week!
What a week!
Many matches. Yeah. So, let's figure this real quick.
Figure this.
So, usually, Alex, what we do is we talk about like something figure related or something random, like this week. So I mean, like we all have friends who like know we love wrestling. They probably don't really understand it. Bless their hearts, but they probably gifted us something wrestling related and had no idea what it was or anything like that. They just saw wrestling and were like, this is for you. And it's usually something very strange. So for you guys, what has been your strangest wrestling gift that you've gotten?
I'm trying to think of like what my strangest one is, because not many people that don't watch wrestling have given me wrestling stuff.
Really? Oh my God, I get stupid shit all the time.
The big thing I get when people don't watch wrestling is I just get like those generic WWE shirts with like different people on it. And I'm like, nobody that I'm a fan of. It's like, oh, you really wanted this like Ultimate Warrior Macho Man Hulk Hogan shirt, didn't you? I was like, no, not really, but thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the kitchen rag. Anyway.
Alex, what about you? Have you ever gotten anything weird?
Okay, I have props. I have a product, and I have a story for this.
Yes, I'm excited.
A couple years ago, I was a bartender. And I bartended in this place by the West Village, actually. And there was a regular there. I'm pretty sure there was something because we would flirt and everything like that. And then I told him that I liked wrestling. He was a wrestling fan and like he was super cute, super tall. He looked amazing. So one day he comes in and he's like, hey, I have a gift for you. And I was like, oh, what is it? He gives me this. It's the wrestling album. I'm going to try to take it out of the, So it is the wrestling album. Fun fact, this is the album that Simon Cowell is credited on.
Oh.
So he comes in, he's like, oh, I have this for you. And I'm like, where did you find that? Like, look at the inside of this. Like,
no.
This.
What?
Like,
oh my God.
Look at that.
Is this them singing on it?
Yes. And I don't have a record player, so I've never listened to it before.
Can you come visit me in Chicago? Because 1 second. I have a record player.
Yeah, I'll bring it. Oh my God, that's so funny.
That's
I think it's
amazing.
Just theme songs. Yeah, it's just like a couple theme songs. Miss Elizabeth is in the cover. Look at her.
Oh, cute. Love her.
Wait, there we go. Yeah, next to Macho Man.
Oh.
So yeah, he gave this to me, and he was like, "Oh, I know you like wrestling, and I don't know if you have a record player, but I just thought of you when I saw this, so I had to buy it for you."
Cute.
I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet."
Aww.
We went on one date, and he treated the service staff like shit.
Oh,
which
then
I was
that's
surprised. Yeah, that's why I didn't last.
Yeah,
but I was surprised. I was like, I guess you must really like me because you'd never treated me this way. He was just like, I don't know. It was just like a weird vibe, like outside of when I was serving. I was like, this is really weird.
Yeah,
like,
that's weird.
I think maybe also like he was trying to impress me. And it's like, you already did, you know? Like, you already impressed me.
I have the wrestling album.
Yeah, and like it's so weird that it was just like, where the fuck did you find this? Probably somewhere in Brooklyn, really. But yeah, this was a very random gift from I mean, I guess technically he was a wrestling fan, but like
still
he's not in my life anymore, so
damn.
Oh my God. Hold on 1 second. I just have to get mine out of the closet. I forgot to do it for sure. Hold on.
Oh no.
See, I brought props because he brought props for the episode he was on with me.
See, I just don't have any like props to bring. Like, no one gave me weird things. Like, everyone knows that I collect action figures, so they're just like, "Oh, I have this random wrestling action figure."
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So, a few years ago, on Christmas, my cousin gave me this for any and all occasions.
Wait, that's super cute.
I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like don't have a lot of items like with the WWE logo. And then she also gave me like a bunch of John Cena ornaments.
Oh.
I was like, well, I'm not going to use these. So
why would
we
you
stand
put them
Artem?
on the tree? You can't even see them.
So yeah, so this is.
You could put them behind the tree though.
That's true.
Like,
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, that's where my husband made me put all my like wrestling ones this year because we did like a chrome, like a tree of like only chrome ornament. We're weird. We're gay. Okay. So, but
I was like, don't say you're weird. Say you're gay because that's what we're all thinking.
Because only the gays make a chromatica tree.
Okay,
seriously.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Okay. You know what, people. All right. So, Alex, where can people find you and check out your content?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, if you like women's wrestling, obviously, because you're listening to this and you're watching this and you want to know a little bit more about Japanese women's wrestling, you can follow. Ooh, yeah, a little spicy. This is after dark. I mean, we're recording this like past 10 o'clock. I mean, why not? It's not Cinemax after dark, but we'll deal. Skins. What was that show called on HBO? Confessional Cabs or something?
Cab Confession, yes.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, you can follow Church of Joshi everywhere on Twitter and Instagram. Also, twitch.tv/Church of Joshi. Every Sunday, we cover a different wrestler, a different promotion. And you get to learn a little bit with us as well, because we are not experts, but we love to learn. And then me personally, you can follow me everywhere at Queen of the Ring, youtube.com/Queen of the Ring Wrestling, twitch.tv/Queen of the Ring. We just wrapped up our Total Divas watch along, and we're about to get into Ms. and Mrs.
Ooh,
I can't wait.
That'll be fun.
So excited. And it's Maurice too. So
I love her.
Love Maurice. I can't wait to see what she wears for WrestleMania this year, because she was teasing excited a little bit on Instagram.
I can't wait.
God.
It's gonna be so good. She always looks so hot. I'm so excited.
Listen, that red outfit that she wore last year for the Royal Rumble lives rent free in my head. Like, the girls were sitting that night.
Yeah. Well, Joey, where can people find you to see your girl sitting?
Oh, you can find my girl sitting at the corner of Wabash and Chicago Avenue. No, you can find me at Joey_Mayberry on Instagram and Twitter, Joey.Mayberry on TikTok. Also, check out my YouTube. And if you want to see me wrestle this weekend, I will be in Janesville, Wisconsin for Janesville Pro Wrestling. Janesville Wrestling Alliance. I'm so sorry. Everything's just 3 letters. You can find me there. Search my Instagram for more info. And Jake, where can people find yourself?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Jake Not Jacob Smith, on Twitter at Jake Isn't Jacob. I did a fun appearance on our friend Jose, former host on our show, on his podcast. Content with creation. Yes. I kept like looking at it while we were recording. I was like, content with creation. Because Joey did his show before and we couldn't remember the name of it. We're like, Joey's going to be on a show. Check
out on the socials.
Yeah,
literally me when I do anything.
Yeah, we'll post that. So, but I was on that episode will be out on Monday, so check that out. And also, if you're in the Philadelphia region, I will be speaking at my alma mater, Cabrini. Now University, it was Cabrini College when I went there. They upgraded. But I will be speaking on a podcast panel next week. I don't know. Literally, I don't know why they asked me back. I one time made a commercial that like the school's legal department had to get involved with, making fun of one of their commercials. So I was like a mess in college. Like they thought it was funny at the end of the day. And yeah, so but
maybe it's a setup. You're in danger, girl. Maybe.
It was like, well, like
you're in danger, girl.
The commercial was like, Cabrini opened my eyes to new possibilities, and like I made like a commercial with like a bunch of my friends. It was like, Cabrini denied me access to register for classes by the billing and liens department. So like it was like I learned to live in a school without any diversity, like all this stuff. Like, but anyway, but yeah, guys, also check out our damn show on social. We are golden_era_pod on Instagram and Twitter, and we're gonna have a YouTube channel that we'll post on there. To be honest, it's not set up at this point in time, but it will be. So because we're putting this on there. And please leave us a review where applicable. 5 stars is the best. It helps us move up in those power rankings. Joey, anything? Oh, and Alex, thank you so much for joining us this week. We seriously, this was so much fun.
I had a motherfucking blast. I don't know if I can curse on this show, but I just did.
Yeah. We've done it.
We have the explicit wording. We're good.
Okay, good. No, I had so much. Listen, I had so much fun on this show, and it's amazing that you guys have created a space where, back in the day, Divas Division, Women's Division, whatever, but like you still give a space to appreciate the women and appreciate the talent and the performers, also the gear, and I also just love throwing in outside references because I love wrestling, but I also love being a normal human being that actually branches out outside of wrestling. So yeah, this is fun.
This is awesome. We loved having you on.
Love you.
And yeah, Joey, anything else?
Jesus, Matt. Heart.
All right, guys.
Leave a review, 5 stars.
Do it. And if you want some, come get some. Bye, guys.